I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, hereby command that you do not listen or subscribe to the Dragon Ball 4 Life podcast. Whatever you do, would you defy royalty? No! Bye!
Real quick. Happy Black History Month. That's for one.
Yes, for sure.
Happy Black History Month to all the Black nerds, all the Black creatives, all the Black fans, all the Black contributors. You know, we appreciate all y'all. You know, Black history is nerd history. Anime culture is Black culture. We are here. We are present. We are permanent. Get with it or get ran over. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month.
That's the one. They can't take that away from us.
At all, baby. That's the one. The two EAGLES Eagles. Go motherfucking Birds. Victory!
Listen, it was so poetic for the fact that we had to hear all year, all playoffs. Is Jalen Hurts going to hold them back from winning the Super Bowl? Well, you know what? He's one of the main reasons why they won the Super Bowl. So for all those media talking heads that just kept that going and wasted their breath for all year, all these past months, I hope y'all lost your voice, and I hope that your local CVS does not have any Alka-Seltzer Plus. Nothing.
Zero Tums.
Nothing to clear your throat because y'all wasted your breath. I hope all the tea is not there. I hope you don't got no honey, no lemon, nothing.
None of it.
No ginger.
No potato slices to put in your socks.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all was talking greasy.
Slices? One of them too. Neither one of them. Neither one.
None of it.
None of it. Stay sick. Stay sick. It's flu season for y'all. That's
what I'm saying. Get the Theraflu.
Fly Eagles fly. Fly Eagles fly. We are
Bird Gang, baby. Go fucking Birds.
Your world champions. Super Bowl champions, baby. That is not, this ain't even gonna be a sports complex, but sports podcast. But the Eagles are now 2-3 in the Super Bowl in the past 7 years. Sounds like a top flight organization to me.
And look, I'm just gonna say this too. We're gonna need to have a dialogue about why the Josh Allens, why the Lamar Jacksons, why the Joe Burrows, even though Joe Burrow did beat him to go to the Super Bowl at one time. But
shout out to Dirty Joe.
But you know, that for the sake of my argument, why can't y'all get past Mahomes? You know, I hear about all y'all all the time, and I hear all these questions about Jalen all the time. And for what it's worth, even though they lost the last Super Bowl against him, Jalen Hurts outplayed from a quarterback standpoint.
Show no did.
He outplayed him in the first Super Bowl. Had he got the opportunity to get the ball last, he might be a 2-time champ right now. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that
big facts.
I always have to hear questions about Hurts, and I have to hear about how great all those other quarterbacks are, which they are. You know, fuck with you, Lamar. You know, I really was pulling for you, but you just didn't get it done again. But I pulled for you, Joe. The same thing. You and Jamar, y'all try to. Yeah, y'all try to do everything you could, but your defense is Swiss cheese, so there's nothing you can do when you put up 5,000 passing yards a season. Y'all don't even get in the playoffs.
It's a sieve.
But you know what? That's not my problem. But our team,
you know what it is?
Got a parade on Friday. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you know, we doing it for the culture. We talking about culture like Goku eating soul
what a
food.
Transition.
We talking about Ichigo with our Ichi bros. We them outlaw stars giving you them outlaw bars, preaching the good word on all things nerd. As always, we are your hosts, the Fusion Dance Dons, aka the Mon Gods, aka the deadliest backcourt in Z podcasting industry. I go by the name of Bro Jeter, the Prince of all sayings, Mr. Matthew Porter, aka Matty Ice, here with my counterpart, the Oob to my Majin Buu, my Den Day One, going from the lookout to the cookout. Mr. Troll Told Trav. Talk to the people, Trav.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the kid Troll Told Trav, and I say this with pride. Saiyan pride, to be precise.
Saiyan pride, the best kind of pride.
Because Lord Beerus knows that I've never been a cheater.
Ever.
Because I stay with one woman like Vegeta.
You love her.
And just to one more Dragon Ball reference in relation to the Eagles. Howie, I need you to re-sign Nappa, aka Zach Bond.
Zach Bond.
I need you to re-sign Nappa. All right, and Nappa, I need you to take a team-friendly Cybermen deal because I know you're probably gonna expect the bag. You had an All-Pro season. Let's remember where you came from, though. Just remember where you came from. So I just hope that we can keep you. I also won't be mad if you do go get the bag because you are forever cemented in Philly history. But it would be nice to see Nappa back.
Zach Bond looked like Andrew Tate if he actually was a top G.
Oh man, so yeah, that's our Eagles talk for it. I'm sure y'all gonna hear a couple more other references. But look, I know from a Daima perspective, we haven't covered it in a bit. We've been working on. We got a big Dragon Call coming that probably by the time this episode drops, that's gonna be out. Y'all will hear about it. Y'all will see it, and we cannot wait for that one.
Super excited.
But the last time we were here, we covered episodes 12 and 13. Our good sister in arms, Bex. She is feeling ill, but we're gonna cover for her, and she gonna be back. So don't you worry, the trio of danger is still dangerous.
Y'all already snowed up. And we giving them a double dose of Daima After Dark. We giving them 4 episodes today to review.
But with a little caveat.
Big facts.
Not a lot happened leading up to episode 17. So
15 was fire. 15 was fire.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, Mr. Porter, is I'm gonna give a high level overview, and then you can drop in the little nuggets in between of just what you liked, what you want to discuss in those episodes, and then we'll get to 17, the episode that just dropped, and then we're gonna talk about what we think, how they gonna close this bad boy out, because Matt and I got questions.
So many questions.
Questions. So for those that are wondering, episode 14 was Taboo. Episode 15 was Third Eye. Episode 16 was Degastu. And the most recent episode is Goma. Now, for what has happened in between now and Goma. So the last time we left off, our Z fighters and newly acquired friends are heading into the first demon world to try to get the last Dragon Ball. The last one that they don't know that Ku and Du and Arinsu already got, but they don't know that yet. And look,
for some mysterious reason.
Never is the gift that just keeps on giving, because we learn, man. At this point, like I feel like Never just created the demon realm. I feel like he just got the keys to the city.
Anytime they need to like move the plot forward, Never's the creator of it.
Yo, right?
Okay,
he's like the Whis of the demon realm.
Facts.
Everything's a cheat code with him.
Heavy hitter. Like it like I wasn't upset at the fact that he unlocked. That he was the person that created the gates, because not
at all. Like I'm cool with all the Never cheats.
I'll
put it out there. I'm cool with it.
I just don't like how I feel like in the course of a natural evolving partnership with him, that would have come up already. You get what I'm saying? Him being the creator of the Tamagotchis and how much influence he has. I feel like that just being the reveal, it felt very TV showy. We needed that. I feel like that would have come up. Y'all are sitting here trying to figure out how to get into the first world. Y'all are in the second world. He doesn't think y'all can beat the Tamagotchi. He thinks shit's sweet. Vegeta puts in that work. And y'all are trying to, figure out how to get to the first world, trying to figure out some legal loopholes. The warp fish is, he went night-night nigga. So it's can't do that.
Night-night.
I feel like it would have come up. Never could be I could just open that shit, bro.
Well, it's almost as if Never is just trying to this. You got to remember, Never been on Planet Namek hoping that
by himself.
I should say the second demon realm, but basically the original Planet Namek by himself, hoping that his homie's gonna come back. So he's probably he needs some entertainment.
He don't want him to leave. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. If he gives them the keys, if he gives them the blueprint,
outski.
Right. He's like, oh, they beat Tamagami 3. They beat Tamagami 2. These are the guys that beat Majin Buu. So realistically, if I gave them a little bit of a blueprint, they probably gonna kill this. They probably gonna get out of here, and now I'm alone again. So
right.
Neva is probably
right.
he's just trying
shoot him some bail. I'm gonna shoot him some
he's
bail.
milking his time. He enjoying the entertainment that he's getting. So obviously, all Degusu did was just he hit a lever and then boom. The warp fishes are just out of commission, which is just, you would think, for such
a taboo name of the episode
right.
thing to do. Yo, I thought the same thing. Like, yo, this is supposed to be like a cardinal sin, but there's a lever for it.
Right.
Hey, okay.
Right. Which is just classic Toriyama humor. That's like, you would think that's going to be something so safeguarded, is just one pull of a lever and boom, done. But
which made Degusu saying to Goma, like, I don't even know how to do that. And then he went directly to where the thing to do that is.
Right.
I was like, all right.
Which could have been foreshadowing to later on, where we learn, oh yeah, he trying to be king too. But in learning that Neva had created those barriers, because he then relinquished the barriers and they could just freely go from world to world. The reason why that he even created those barriers in the first place, because the demon realm was just starting to turn into straight chaos, where the elites of the first were coming into the second, the ruffians of the third were coming into the second. It felt like look, it all ties back to our very first episode of Dragon Ball for Life, where we just want everybody to leave the Namekians alone.
It's like free Namek.
That's what I'm saying, free Namek. And that's what happened. You know, I mean, they started to go to the second world, try to put in their influence, and then the Namekians like, yo, bump this. I ain't trying to be here. Yo, let's get out of here. Like, we know how to get out. Y'all don't. And while we get out, Neva is gonna create a barrier so y'all don't come back here. Neva's like, look, if my people gonna flee, I'm getting the crib myself. I'm changing the locks. I'm changing the passcode. Everything.
He sent eviction notices to all the Namekians. He said, "Yeah, don't even bother coming back here. We good."
Right. If you do not re-sign this lease in the next month, you must exit to another universe.
You got till the first to give back, brother.
He's like, there's a universe 7. There's a universe 6. I don't care where you go, but it can't be here. It can't be here.
He said, you can't come home.
Right.
And you got to get the hell up out of here.
Right. I need like moments in Super where in the future, let's say they need to go link up with Granola again, and Goku sees Minato, is like, hey, you remind me of the Bull Neva. And he's like, yo, that's my man. How he doing?
Ooh,
he's still in the demon realm.
I just had a prediction. We super early in it. We super early with predictions.
Talk about it.
We talking about, having to go get Granola or Vegeta, keeping his promise to Kaba and everything. We know that Degusu has turned off the warp fish, which I'm sure probably didn't make warp fish too happy. What if, obviously Z Fighters going Z Fight, they restore power to warp fish, and he gives them kind of like how like Zeno gave Goku the clicker?
Yeah.
Like they get something that will like allow them to use it.
And just to freely.
That's how we have the mulligan in future, like for them to get to other universes. Like somebody will remember, oh shit, I forgot we had this lever.
Oh yeah, right, where they're in a point where they're like, well, we probably need to get the Super Dragon Balls to go try and travel from universe to universe, and then Goku's gonna be like, oh wait,
whoa shit, yeah, I forgot that from when we helped out the warp fish, and it's just like, oh shit,
like we could just go to the warp fish, and they're like, oh shit, I
forgot all about the warp fish.
Yeah, we can do that. Hey, look,
I feel like that's because we talked about this for them before the show even started. For them to be like, yeah, there's going to be certain characters and things that are introduced in Daima that'll be important moving forward. Like for them to like teed that up before the show even started, it's like, oh, okay,
right.
There's like game changing shit that is going to be introduced in this show that like you have to have a reason why this great thing has been around all this time and nobody ever thought to like to access it.
Yeah,
so like,
and just to jump ahead, since we're here right now,
yeah, right. Let's get it.
Like I'll just, and don't worry, y'all. I'll tell y'all what had happened in between up to episode 17. But this was also revealed in episode 17, where Arinsu she doesn't want to become king or queen of the demon realm. She just wants the demon realm to be almighty and terrifying. She wants demon realm to be like the reigning realm. And so I just feel like, so we have episode 17 that just dropped on Friday. So we have 3 episodes left. I think with such a lofty goal like that, it's not going to get solved or put to rest in Daima. Yeah. I feel like what possibly could happen that would require them to go to other universes if Arinsu is able to come up with her master plan where the demon realm somehow, I feel like she's gonna like go back to the lab, figure out
build Janemba.
It could be a build Janemba, it could be build more Majins, but she's gonna figure out something that is gonna then be able to go to the outside world, and whatever plan that she has, it's gonna be able to make the demon realm a real threat, where we're finally gonna get the Z fighters that need to go to different universes, whether it is to address the threats, warn them about the threats. Like, that'd be dope if these threats spread out to the different universes, and these universes didn't know where they came from, who the hell they are, but the people of Universe 7 do. And that would also be hilarious and funny, because then all the universes are going to be like, here go Goku stirring shit up again. Like, they all were mad at him for the universe of power,
right?
And so that would be even funnier if then like all these demon realm threats went to all these different universes, terrorizing them, and Goku shows up like, yeah, so I know who they are, and they're like, this nigga, man, yo, like,
that's my every fucking time.
Like damn, man.
They say, hey, bro, just put your hands in your pockets. Like, just don't, like, just don't touch shit. Like, don't move. Just put your hands in your pockets, bro.
It's like, I know you revived all of us back, but we don't have to always get to that point, man. Like, come on.
Big facts. So let me ask you this question. Do you think the tone of Daima is, let me think of the wording. We know that, we theorize that Frieza is not gonna be the big bad for the next arc. We've theorized for a long time that we feel that like Frieza actually needs help with dealing with the whatever this pending doom is, and that's why he let Goku and Vegeta live when he one-shotted them in their black form. Has the tome of Daima for you eliminated like this Arinsu making the demon world the better world plan that threat? Like, are they too like not credible villains for her to like beef up enough to like have Black Frieza wanting to help? Because like, I could see a world where like if the demon world wants to start a war with the outer world, that could be a big reason for like everybody to want to get involved. But I don't know if the childish nature tone of Daima would like make Arinsu like a believable villain in Super.
Well, what could be a possibility is she could be the mastermind behind whatever creation it is. But the creation,
like she created the thing that Frieza shook
yeah, she could. Okay. She could create something that, because even though the nature is kid-like and she kind of has like humor herself, I could see her being villainous enough where she is just the puppeteer, where she creates whatever it is, but there could be a point where it becomes too much for her to control, and now she might even hold on.
Wheel spinning. Let's go.
What if, because obviously Diamond takes place before the Battle of Gods, and Super is a 10-year time skip, and let's say this takes place after the 10-year time skip of Super. Arinsu has that full 10 years to collect all the information, data that like for all we know, she could be collecting all the
building
information,
a perfect super soldier or some shit.
Yeah, all the information and data between the Moral arc, Granola arc. Hell, she could even come across Black Frieza when he was Frieza when he was training to become Black Frieza. Learns about Broly, like
Gods of Destruction, which I'm sure she knows about because she's a Glen. Like,
right.
So, yeah, she definitely.
So she might create the ultimate, like you said, super soldier, where one of two things, where she is the ultimate puppeteer behind it, or she's lost so much control of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. She
goes to Nahade and it's like, hey, I fucked up.
Yeah, my bad, big dog.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I need. But she also could just be. Her magic could be just great enough where she can control it and still appears and is like, it's time for the demon realm to be the almighty, and everyone like it could start off as like Supreme Kai is thinking that so I see you've changed your ways or you've come around, and she's like, far from it, brother, far from it.
Ooh, hold on, you inspiring me. You inspired me. So we know that well, we don't know the process in which it happened, so we just had to fill in a lot of blanks here. But I would assume, based off how they've described, how Glens are born from trees, that they don't get matched with the God of Destruction until after they're chosen to Supreme Kindness. That's just me freestyling because we don't know how that process takes place. So what if Rinchu's plan in Daima gets foiled, and she, like you said, 10-year time skip, does all this research. What if she's trying to manufacture her own God of Destruction, and that's Janemba, still pushing for this damn Janemba to be canon, but it's but she loses control, and she makes it so OP that it has the power to kill angels or gods of destruction and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be a reason for the universes to have to come together. There's this psychotic destroyer who can kill angels, who can kill gods of destruction. Bro, we need to kill it.
Bro, and also too, just think about that. Clearly she has access to Universe 7 and has been monitored that.
Maybe all the other universes.
Right. Or what if in her research, just specifically to Universe 7, she sees the Tournament of Power and is like, oh, hold on, they got Jirens in the other universes. So then during this time period, she also goes to different universes to learn about their strong mortals, and just is collecting and collecting and collecting. Who knows, she might create an army of Majins that
your word just diesel.
Yeah.
Popping.
So that and that being that little tidbit being introduced so late in Daima, I feel is going to come back as a major player later on, because I just don't think of her having such a lofty goal, it being introduced in episode 17 of 20. And we have heard that there are things that are going to return later on in the series that are introduced in Daima.
Things and characters, it was said specifically.
Right. And so, I mean, especially if it is something that Rinchu is going to be involved in, that's multiversal, you can have that, can go on for a long time.
Yeah, facts. Damn. I mean, if it pops up, you heard it first.
Yeah, y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it here first. So we can
just come get us. Just come get us.
Exactly. So I'm gonna backtrack into the episodes that led up to episode 17. And so once they start to infiltrate the first demon world, that's when
can we say one thing?
What's up?
The longest fall ever of all time.
Oh my God.
Goku falling out of that damn helicopter that aired the shit. Dog, they had so many conversations, cut to other shit happening. We saw what other characters were doing on different parts of the island, all before
it reminded me
damn screen.
It reminded me of, I'm sure you've had it, because I feel every child has had it, but that nightmare of when you jump off a building and you're just falling and falling and falling and falling, and you once you're about to land, that's when you wake up.
Yeah, bro.
That's what it reminded me of just you're just falling.
I said it was I said that was Daima's version of Planet Namek exploding in 3 minutes.
Yeah, right, right.
Fall. Like, but I'm very happy that what happened because I remember the last chapter review or episode review that we did, full staff trio of danger. We were saying anytime Goku's falling long distances with his eyes closed, that usually means a transformation or some shit is about to like take place, like a new thing to help Goku, plot armor become even more invincible. So I was happy that he legit was just falling.
Right.
I was like, oh, good, awesome. This is good.
Yeah, like him unlock some like Super Saiyan 4 transformation.
Yeah, I just knew they was about to do some fuck shit like that.
That we're never gonna see again.
They probably thought about it. It was like, guys, there's a prequel series. I was like, ah, shit, you right.
Right.
Our bad. got a little overzealous there. Her fault.
So King Goma, or actually, let me pause because he was Goma, and then when he transforms, he's like, "Oh, now I'm King Goma." Oh, all right, boy. Right. Goma, he sees that they've somehow been able to infiltrate the first demon world, and he's like, "Hold up, they getting a little bit too close for comfort. Let's get the army tanks on them." And somehow, some way, Z fighters are struggling against a bunch of soldiers and army tanks.
Guns is Goku's only weakness. You know this, bro. It got him
crazy.
Again, bro.
It's crazy. And then we were introduced to and I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this name, but the Gendamarie Force, which is basically the Demon Realm.
The Ginyu Force. Yeah.
They're introduced.
I was calling them the Grand Marnier Force.
The Grand Marnier Force. I like that. And Goma enlists them to protect his castle, and he gives him and Degasu's like, hey, look, these boys ain't no joke. They defeated Majin Buu, and they're like, these kids, and they're there strictly for comedic relief, because even when they were first introduced, you can even in the most Toriyama ways, where like even goofy characters can be strong, you knew they weren't going to be shit.
Yeah.
Like you knew, like they, even when their interaction in the convenience store, when Ku and Do wanted some chocolate and they try to flex and they were like, oh shit, direct deposit hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He said, matter of fact, just give him this.
He's like, you know what?
He said, our bad, big dog.
Candy's bad for y'all, so you should just get one. You should just get one apiece.
Did you get we talk about this reference all the time. Did you get like old school Dragon Ball Z action figures that with the accompanied weapon vibe?
Oh yeah. We talked about how like Frieza got a bazooka and shit.
Yeah,
and,
so when I saw them with their guns, when they had their guns and swords and shit, it made me think of those toys. So I was like, I wonder if that's why they gave them like weapons. Like
that would be a hilarious Easter egg if that was like a part of that. And then in episodes 15.
I loved 15. 15 was really good.
15 was pretty action packed, because it was the Z fighters against the troops that were sent on them to prevent them from getting closer to Goma. But within this fight, we see our boy Habis.
The drip guy.
He's hilarious. Like, I
love that guy.
This random demon woman comes up to him, tries to, seduce him, and he's just like, yo, I ain't on that time right now. You gotta come with something more persuasive. And she because she's trying to get the third eye off to transport back to Goma, and she has this neon like tubey like.
Look like the them dog chew toys that you could put peanut butter in.
Oh, a Kong. Yeah. It looks like a reverse Kong.
That's what the jaws were.
Yeah, it looks like she got a Kong on her head. Yeah. And Habis likes it and does a trade-off for that and the hat. And so she takes it back to Goma. And Goma,
I love the character of Habis. He's so hilarious.
He's hilarious.
I feel like he's like us. Like he's like a mirror pointed back at the fans. Like just like how he rationalizes shit.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, we don't gotta do all that. Just give me your hat. Like that's all I need.
Like, look, he's like, this was cool and all, but I like that hat.
Yeah,
I like that hat.
He said, you need to use your feminine wiles. Just give me that.
Right. And then also in the fight against the troops, Pansies pops and his crew, they all pop in and say it was actually a cool moment because it almost felt as if once they arrived, all the Z fighters were more motivated. It's like, all right, let's turn up.
Yeah,
Like,
it felt like a throwback to like a Dragon Ball episode, like when they would like go against the Red Ribbon Army. I like really dug it. We got a Vegeta Piccolo team up,
right,
which was amazing.
Right. There's been a lot
like
of team ups in these episodes, which is so funny heading into Super, where Whis' big thing was you guys got to work together better. When there's a lot of collaboration happening in Daima, especially in the most recent episode. But yeah, so Pansy's pops and his crew arrive and everything seems to get equalized. So they defeat all those troops. They want to get closer to the castle where Goma is at, and that's when we see the Grand Marnier Force show up. Vegeta said, "Look, I ain't got time to waste with y'all. Cooks them, cleans them up. It's nothing." They realize quick. Oh yeah. Actually, it was funny when it was down to the captain and the other guy. He goes, "Hey, maybe they actually did beat Majin Buu."
Yeah, he's like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, who would just lie about something like that?
It's like they kind of
like,
cooking us with
why would
ease.
King Goma lie about something like that, bro? we might be wrong. Yo, so something in that now I'm just convinced that this is very intentional and it makes my heart so happy. A reoccurring compliment that I've been given to this show is that a big thing that we've always criticized as Dragon Ball about is that, with Toriyama's childhood humor, a lot of times they don't take themselves seriously enough, or maybe they should, and like there's a lot of lapses in logic that take place in Dragon Ball. But you're not coming here for a thesis. Like you're here for what you're here for. So it's like it could be forgiven it to some extent. But like I'm loving just like the logical aspects that they're putting into Diamond, right? In terms of just interactions. Like Vegeta's just like, I'll take these guys. You guys go on ahead. I feel like we wouldn't have seen that in Dragon Ball before now. I feel like they all would have just stood there while one person was beating them up, and they're like, all right, now we can go. But it's like, yo, like, we don't got time for this. I'll stay. You go. Vegeta actually agreeing to take the recovery bug. I was like, look at him putting his pride to the side. Like, yeah, I need this, bro. Like,
maybe you know what it is? Maybe the super seasons need to be 20 episodes because they feel like they're like, yo, we got a shortened time frame, so we got to be efficient.
Or even when Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta and Pansy were like getting like pinned down and outnumbered, Vegeta was just like, yo, let's fall back and retreat, like, so we can like get our bearings. I was like, since when the fuck do Vegeta do battle strategies? Like,
yo, I know they look, we in kid bodies, we in a different world. I can't risk nothing.
And that just goes to it. Like, I love the fact that like they are limited from their stature, so they're playing it smart instead of just trying to like do everything raw strength, which typically they would try to like just sand their way through shit.
Right, it's because they got a handicap initially. Exactly. It's changed the way that they're heading into all these fights.
Exactly. Even like the way that the fights are choreographed, and I keep saying this each episode, like just such simple shit like ducking or blocking or like redirecting, which I feel like you don't typically see in like a Dragon Ball Z fight. It's just like heavy hits, punch your ribs through your back, like it's a lot of mixing, but you don't never really get to see like the nuances. But it's like, I love how they have a really nice balance of like speed fighting that Dragon Ball Z is famous for, but they also like let hand-to-hand combat be like a really prominent thing that you focus on, because it's like the shit that they're doing. I know we'll get to it with 17, but like when Do and Goku was fighting and it started going into like first person perspective, I said, oh, this shit crazy.
I know the one thing that Daima has not fallen short of is the animation and quality. It's been so like good. I'm like, look, and I wish and who knows, maybe they do, but I wish that Dragon Ball was in season format like other animes, so we could just get like condensed seasons of higher quality versus just ongoing episodes where like quality can lack here and there. But in the episodes that led up to 17, before they even interact with Degasu, we learn about a little bit of history of the third eye. And so
Deborah flashbacks, baby.
Yeah, we got Deborah flashback. So what happened was Deborah. So this is when his father Abura was still the supreme demon king,
who was a major douchebag. So
yeah,
it seems.
yeah, and Deborah wanted the throne for himself. So he had one of his soldiers get the third eye somehow. When look, for something that's so powerful and dangerous, it doesn't seem to be that well guarded.
Yeah, very easily misplaced. And why wouldn't Deborah take it for himself? Like you literally got it. Like it was in your possession. Like why would you not then use it
and then just
to like overthrow your dad? Or even if he's just like, yo, I'm strong enough to beat my dad without it, cool, but like keep that thing. Like why would you?
Right. Well, I do feel like maybe that was his intention to.
But didn't he tell the cricket like hide it like where no one will be able to find it? Like,
yeah,
I read it as like, yo, like I don't like this shit needs to like get taken off the board. Like no one can fuck with me anyway. Just take it off the board. Which I'm like, well, why? Like why
right.
Would you
well, then the reason why I'm possibly thinking though he might have. Like, obviously, he said well, no one can find it, but obviously that one soldier would be able to know where it's at.
So like get it out the castle for now.
Yeah,
like,
I'm wondering if it was like a safeguard for him, where like look like Deborah might have the same pride and mindset of the Saiyans, where I don't want a cheat code to get stronger. Like I'm already strong enough. I'm gonna get strong on my own, and like worst comes to worst, I know I got this somewhere where I can go get it as a last minute option. But I'm strong enough to take over my pops. The only way he could ever defeat me is with that eye. So we gonna hide it, put it somewhere that only you know, no one else is gonna know. And I'll come, because I feel like if he didn't want to have potential use for it, then why wouldn't, like, in addition to stealing it and taking it to the third realm, then just destroy it?
Right. Damn, I wonder, and this could just be our own fan canon, because it's like there really wouldn't be a reason to delve deeper into it. I wonder if the absence of the third eye is what led Deborah to make the deal with Babidi. Like maybe somebody was strong enough to challenge his rule, and he was like, fuck, I don't have the third eye. Like shit, I need some more strength. Like, right. Because we know that like the Majin Mark, like, you know, boosts your power. So yeah, I wonder like where that relationship came into play. I also Daima just makes the Buu saga so much more enriched. Like
I know.
Just
it
like,
kind of makes me want to go back and
just this flashback episode. And you know, they were talking about how Abura was a bad man, and Deborah was clearly bad enough that he could take him down without the third eye. Like it then makes Nahide, back when he was Shin, it makes him being shook by Deborah make so much sense. And it also makes so much sense that he's like, how the fuck did Babidi get control over the king of the demon realm? Because like if you think about the hierarchy as we now know it, he would have been basically a servant to Deborah. like,
and I'm sure, and you know what, Nahara was probably thinking, especially, he probably didn't know if Deborah, he probably just assumed Deborah had the third eye, or would have had the third eye.
Sounds like an inside thing.
Yeah. And so he was like, wait, he got control of him and he's now on Earth here? Oh, we in trouble.
Yeah, so it makes that make so much more sense. Whereas before, it's just like, man, light work, bro. Z Fighters got him, brother. Like,
right.
Which had Vegeta fought him. I mean, we know what would happen, bro. Like, but yeah, like it really is enriching the Buu saga, which is like such a long time ago that we watched it.
For real.
But I love it. I'm loving all of it. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed 15. I do kind of want to like pick your brain. Were you a bit disappointed in Degasu's reasoning for turning on Goma?
I'll be honest, the whole Degasu portion was just, it was kind of not needed. It was kind of simple in the sense of like, I
want to be king.
I want to be king too. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, what do you need Dende for?
Right. Where were you going?
Yeah.
Like when you were about to
going?
get in the ship and fly, like where were you heading to?
No one really was probably gonna think you were actually gonna kill Dende, so like you probably would have gotten stopped.
Yeah.
Eventually, if they didn't do it right there.
Yeah. And with that, Degasu knows that the third demon eye is back on the table, and he didn't even like go for it. So it was just like you just were taking Dende, leaving, no super Dragon Balls, no third demon eye. Like what the fuck was you about to do, bro? Like,
That's like you want to be king, but you seem to be running away
from the things that'll make you be king. Yeah.
You ain't got no Dragon Balls. You ain't got no third eye.
Yeah.
So what, maybe you were taking Dende so he can.
And he's a baby Dende, so it's like now you gotta wait for him to grow up the natural way.
So no wonder he got taken out easily because he's not
poor
fit
planner,
to be a king.
bro.
Yeah.
Like I would have much rather Degasu's just thing been like hatred for Nahide. Like it's like, yo, like you left me here with a Rinsu. She's the worst. Like,
well, Nahide has been saying that Degasu has always ambitious but doesn't execute well.
Yeah.
The idea is there, but he doesn't have the execution.
If he was written to be a bad planner, that is chef's kiss storytelling.
Yes, right.
Like if his motivation was so shitty just because like we know that he isn't a good planner, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Right. And then basically that episode ends, and that's where a lot of our questions came in too, where Arinsu pops in because they were like, oh wait, there's no Dragon Ball with Tamagami 1.
Yeah.
Where is it at? And Tamagami 1 is like, it's with the Victor.
Said I got my ass whooped.
They're like, who is that? And then Arinsu pops in with Ku and Du, and Gloria was like, what's going on? Like, brother, you were just on the phone with her.
Dog, like literally we're just on the phone with her. And I remember we had watched the episodes at different times and I obviously didn't want to metaphorically blow our load like on the phone as opposed to on the mic. Hey, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I said what I said.
Yeah, you're right. It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, so it's just like we got 3 episodes left. We still haven't touched on the fusion bug, which I'd be mad if that's the thing that gets held off until a later thing. Like I'd be like, why would you tease that? And then like we don't get a payoff until like the next thing. So we like still have the fusion bug. We still have to beat Goma. One would have assumed that Glorio's secret partnership with Arinsu was going to be like a major plot point. Like he was going to have to turn on the team. So it's like, why is he confused that Arinsu has the first Dragon Ball when they've been on the phone the whole time? And then secondly, to jump ahead again, and we'll get there organically, they all team up to try to take down Goma. So it's just like, was that literally just a pointless plot point? Or because I'm like, if they're trying to just do like tricky editing and just make it be like Glorio was talking to someone else and Arinsu was talking to someone else and they just like try to make you think that they're a team, it's like then you only have 3 more episodes to like execute that. Like and then it's like you have to introduce 2 brand new characters, like who were each person talking to. Like you don't got enough time to do that. Like,
yeah. So that's a good point because I'm wondering how they're going to sum up the Glorio and Arinsu aspect. Like that's why as we're talking about this right now more than ever, I'm starting to think more of like, all right, they're gonna end up defeating Goma,
right?
And then I feel like, you know, they'll defeat Goma. I think Arinsu will play coy of just like, you know, I was wrong. You know, this like she's gonna fake change of heart. And I feel like the way that Daima's gonna conclude, there's gonna be some like, not a cliffhanger, but some sort of thing that's gonna indicate to us that like, nah, Rinsu's not done.
Oh, so like whatever happens. They like part ways with the Rinsu, thinking shit's like it's cool. Like yo, you gotta,
and whatever
and
she promised Glorio, I feel like she might still play that part of like. But then again, though, she did reveal.
It's the teaming up with them that's confusing. Because it's like if you and Glorio were always on the same team, y'all have all teamed up to take down Goma. Where's the reveal that he was working for you? Because like at this point, I don't feel like it would mean anything now. At this point, y'all just work together in front of everybody's face. So it's like
I'm trying to remember. Did he have any sort, or did they show if he had any sort of reaction when she said she wants to take over?
Yeah, he was shocked. And again, if he's just playing that, and then it's just like, why are you trying to trick the audience too? Like, it's weird. Like, unless
like what did she promise Gloria? Where he's like, oh wait, that's what you want to do,
right? And then like, why was he confused that you already had the first one? Like, why is he? And I vaguely remember, and I'd have to go back and watch the episode again. But I vaguely remember him like saying like something along the lines of like, oh, like what's her angle? Like, what's she doing? What's going on here? I'm confused.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, I still think though, I think whatever is going to happen, because we only have 3 episodes left.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like
after credit scene after the last episode.
Yeah. I feel like she'll do something where they're going to think, all right, shit is all copacetic now in the demon realm. We can go and leave, and we feel good about the place that it's in. And then you only get one wish with the demon realm balls, right? Just get. I think so. Yeah.
Because I'm wondering.
Like you said, post credit scene, then we might get like Arintu like, yeah, I'm back in the kitchen going ham again.
Yeah, because they could do like a 52 fake out and like. It'd be condensed, but I think you might be able to pull it off in 3 episodes if you do it in this very next episode.
Right.
Maybe Goma's not the big bad and Arinsu is the big bad, and like maybe they actually beat Goma or like get the eye off him like this next episode, or or maybe like the end of 17 they're about to like deal the final blow to get the eye off of him in the start of 18. Then you could have like, you know, Arinsu be like, all right, Glorio, enough of the charade.
Yeah.
Give me them 2 balls. Because I'm like, I could also see a situation where, because essentially there's gonna have to be like a sentence said or a reason behind like why the demon realm wasn't like messed around with in like all these years after they taken place. Like, and I don't know. That's why I was asking if the demon realm balls can make more than one wish. I was like, maybe Arinsu gets the 3 balls. And like to be able to like conduct her experiments, like banishes them from there or something. Like maybe like, you know, like, oh yeah, like all these invaders are like banished from the demon realm or some shit, or like some shit. But yeah, 3 episodes ain't a lot of time.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the Arinsu aspect is gonna be something that we just learn about at the end.
Continue it.
Or like not even like I don't even want to say learn, but I feel like that's what, like, she's gonna return in some capacity along with some of the characters. Like maybe we don't get the full answer of the involvement of Glorio with Arinsu, but he returns later on some future Trunks Goku Black type shit, where like he shows up to the to Earth all disheveled,
all fucked up.
Guys,
this bitch.
I was wrong. She don't play me. He said, "Damn, bro. I thought we would have told you from before."
You know what could be fire? If I am kind of thinking that your idea might be like where they would go. Like, yeah, like they resolve the conflict in the demon realm. They leave. Maybe Arinsu, like you said, fake changes of heart. It's like, you know what, the demon realm deserves like a leader that's like understanding or blah, blah, blah. Or maybe she's like, oh, like let it go back to the people. And like, they'll just like be able to take care of each other. And you'll see like, like at the credit scene, like she's like sitting on the throne, and like maybe she like got some of Vegeta and Goku's DNA, or like some of Goma's DNA, like something like, or we'll see kind of like a Cell situation where she has like a secret lab where she's like,
I need now that I said it, I need her. I need her to. Oh, all right. Listen, if this happens,
go ahead, lay it on me, daddy.
We gotta, when we drop this episode, we need to put a timestamp on it, send it to Toei, send it to Crunchyroll, send it to
like come get us. We figured y'all out. We figured y'all out.
Because look, okay, we were just talking about how what if Arinsu over all these years, but in the Super 10-year time skip, is collecting data on all these warriors that they've come across. Like you said, from here, maybe she gets the DNA of Goku and Vegeta. All right, that's the baseline, right?
Yeah.
And obviously she has the powers and abilities to then like, mix it up with Majins. But she's like, you know what? Let's not be. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So obviously watches about the battle of gods and everything, but probably can't manipulate anything from a god or whatever. But obviously then sees with the Tournament of Power, Moro,
just mad DNA sprinkled around.
Granola,
yeah,
Broly, hell, even Cell Max, and
she's like been in the background this whole time.
But what I'm like headcanoning and third eyeing right now is, so in Dragon Ball AF, remember Zykor?
Yes.
Who was the creation,
the fake son of Goku and the Supreme Kai.
Goku's DNA and the Supreme Kai. AF, Toible.
Yeah.
Toyotaro is now the lead, and we've seen him implement ideas.
We've seen mad AF shit come into Super. Yeah.
This could be the Zykor-like, because when Zykor came into AF, Zykor, it looked like Zykor, like nobody was gonna be able to touch him. Like this was like a god level fighter that was not before god level fighters were even a thing.
Big facts.
And it was a Supreme Kai that created Zykor.
I'm fucking with this.
Arinsu, a Glenn. Come on, man.
I'm fucking with this.
Come on, she creates this multiversal threat.
I'm fucking with this. I'm like
Toyotaro, Toible, hey, come on.
I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking this a lot. And it's like you could still, if like from this battle, you get Goku's DNA or Goku's essence, Vegeta's essence, Piccolo's essence, Goma's essence. If she's just like able to connect all this shit, you could still character-wise just say, yo, if you throw that all in a pot, you get like a jumbled mess like Janemba. Like you could still Janemba the situation.
You still
like,
could.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like a brand new character. Like you could just be like, yo, this is like a little like a fucking a soup. A stew with just like different essences,
and it doesn't have to be like an evil saying like Zykor. I'm just saying the concept.
No, I will love that. Yeah, I feel like again, I don't know if this to be a fact or if it's just something that I'm assuming from the implication. It's my understanding that like the outer, I don't believe that there's multiple demon realms. I think there's just the one, right? And then like the outer world has different universes. Like I don't believe that there's a demon realm for universe 6 and a demon realm for universe 7. It seems like there's one demon realm.
Yeah, that's what's murky, is that I'm on that line of thinking with you, where I think
like to be able to travel to the different universes, I feel like that means the demon realm is like
is
the
one
central.
Yeah, which is why I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like you have a character based out of a place that can access all the other universes at will. So if they just go on a tirade, they would need to like, oh yo, shit, we getting our ass whooped by similar being. Because that could be like the first couple episodes. They just think it's a different person. Like, how could one person be in all these different universes in such a short period of time?
And a part of Arintu's motivation of making the demon world more terrifying is that because
they got to take out the other universes.
Well, also too, we see in Daima throughout that a lot of people in the demon world realm, even as to King Goma, they're not aware really of what is really happening in the outside worlds, because they seem shocked that someone defeated Majin Buu and that there are beings out there that are that strong. So what if Arintu it's opened her eyes, and that, all right, I want to make the demon realm more terrifying, but like we got a lot of, if I need to achieve this, we got a lot of work to do, because there are things outside of this realm that we're just not capable of defeating, and we were supposed to be, I
think you might have did something.
Supreme. Let's hear it.
That could be her motivation behind wanting to create this creature that can travel to different universes to take them out to be the top. Because like I'm terrible with names, so you got it. We've heard the story of like the great creator who built the demon realm, who were assuming like supersedes Zeno. Yeah, we assume that he supersedes like the Zenos.
Or no, is his counterpart, because Zeno is the like ultimate destroyer.
Oh, right.
Rimus is the ultimate. Correct. He created, and Zeno destroys.
Got it. So to combine our theories with Arintu wanting the demon realm to be the superior realm, she could be like, yo, like, this is the original. Like, we're the OG. Like, y'all all came after us. You're copies. You're one of 12. You're 2 of 12. Like, we're the original. Like, we come from Rimus himself. Like, it's us. Like, we've been cast to the shadows, and like we're forgot about. Like you were just saying, they don't know anything about that's going on in the outside world. But the outside universes do have some sort of familiarity with one another, especially now since the Tournament of Power. But it's just like, she's like, yo, we're left out of, we get scratched. We're left out of everything.
And that could honestly, like, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Any more going? But I was going to say that could also be too, where you were talking about how, she's not giving yet too much of a villainous, like she has villain tendencies, but she also is kind of like in the middle. Yeah. But what if though we see, sort of like a Zamasu type situation.
She's like, these motherfuckers out there is too strong. We
right,
can't
where
keep
she
up.
learns,
Like,
exactly, where she learns, wait, we're supposed to be the ones that y'all came from, and we're about 100 steps back. Like, this is a problem. And it's and she's getting angry that she's seeing the Supreme Kai. Like what if she's seeing obviously with Elder Kai unlocking the potential of Gohan, and then seeing the gods of destruction even intervening and helping out with these mortals to the point where they're appointing these mortals to eventually replace them. And she's like, yo, what is going on? Like, we're over here.
Y'all came from us.
Right. So she could be really, really, and like over this time skip, she progressively
just grew bitter.
Just
bitter,
more bitter and bitter.
Angry.
And Gloria was like, yo, I see a different side in her. Like, she used to, like, she had
She's cracked. She snapped.
He's like, before she had her moments, but it was always like, oh, okay, that's just a Ritsu having a day. Yeah. But now he's like, look, I'm terrified. Like, we have to put a stop to her before she, bro.
Yeah, it could be like a doc, like with Doctor Strange, like the boy Mordo. Like, he was like, just on the side of the wizards, but then when Doctor Strange was breaking all the rules and just doing what he wanted, he was like, yeah, nobody should have this power. Right. So she could like be on that type of time, like, yo, like, y'all came from us. Like, y'all, like you said, y'all are able to keep growing your mortal power level. Like you say, you got humans ready to replace gods of destruction. We don't even get gods of destruction down here. We don't got no angel presence down here. Yeah. Like, we're legit the discarded. That she could manipulate Degasu like that way. Like, yo, they fuck with Nahare. They don't like you. Like, why he get picked? Why you get left down here, like back here?
Right. And then the whole Daima experience could tick her off of like, yo, these outsiders just came in. We're able to basically take our work.
We were fine until they showed up.
Like, they could, and she's thinking they didn't even need to be there or want to be there. Like, we gave them a reason to come here, but it was a wake up call for her to be like, well, what if we just get some outsiders
yeah.
that are up to no good that want what our resources, want what we have?
Ooh.
Nah, they got a fear to come here, and she's like, I gotta change that. I gotta change that narrative.
It would be like a crazy shift, but you could also bring Neva into it from the aspect that he saw what Arinsu's fear is what Neva saw happen to the second demon realm. Like people who were stronger than them just were taking advantage, and like he could be like, damn, like her fear mongering, like, oh, like we're weak. Like if they like you just said, they didn't want to come here. They were forced to come down here and literally just uprooted everything that we thought was the hierarchy around here. Like we thought we were at the top of the food chain. We are clearly at the bottom. And Neva could be like, I've seen what happens when this goes unchecked. That's why I put these barriers up. And then like he could essentially like kind of a reluctant ally, or like be forced to like help her. Never could have like a hidden grudge that all the Namekians never came back from. Like he's just like, oh, I've been here by myself.
Arinsu could lean on that shit. Like,
they left you, bro. Like you shouldn't fuck with them. They left you back here by yourself. You created the Dragon Ball, sir. Like you created the Dragon. They left your ass back here. She could definitely like, oh no.
Listen, we got a whole arc that we just created.
Facts. We just made the Arinsu arc, bro.
And I'll be mad if that shit don't happen, because like we said, she can't have this lofty goal of making the demon realm terrifying again, and we only have 3 episodes left.
Yeah, doesn't fit.
With the battle against King Goma just beginning.
Right, facts. Like literally, they about to throw blows.
Hey, look, we listen, I kind of want to keep talking about this, but just to.
We'll finish out the review.
listen, King Goma. So the episode 17 was titled Goma. The fight. I mean, the episode started with Arinsu saying like, "Hey, we got the Dragon Ball, the third, the third Dragon Ball."
The brilliance in the logic. She was just like, "Y'all got 2, I got 1. Y'all clearly would probably take this from me if you wanted to. Let's fight for it." I loved Goku's logic response. He's like, yo, we got 2, you got 1. Why would we fight you? And she was just like, all right, fight me or I'll break this bitch. And he's like, all right, guess we got to fight you.
He's like, well, I don't want that to happen.
Yo, just that whole interaction. I was just like, I feel like in a Dragon Ball Z or Super episode that wouldn't have went like that. Like,
right.
You know, just
There's
like
been a lot of good dialogue.
Just Arinsu just being able to like have the wherewithal, but like, yo, like I need a way to make this a fair fight. They have the advantage. How can I like make this work for me? She's like, all right, well, I'll smash this shit. Then you're stuck as kids forever. Right, fight my man's one-on-one.
Goku's like, all right, yo, you got me.
Yeah, like I can't be a kid forever, dog. But yeah, like I'm just like, again, just like you said, like the dialogue choices, like characters actually like thinking about things before they just rush into them. It's just like I'm just enjoying. It's a maturity to Dragon Ball that I feel like we've all secretly like wanted, and it's funny that it's been implemented in the show with them stuck as kids. Right. But I'm here for it. But yeah, the fights, this Goku do fight, I loved it. I don't remember that we've ever seen a live action, even though it's animated, but an outside of a video game energy beam volley. Like Goku threw the beam, dude hit it back, Goku hit it back. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
That was lit.
I was like, oh shit. I don't think we've seen the beam struggles, but I've never seen like, you know, usually when they throw a key blast, they'll just smack it away and then it blows up a mountain behind them. But like he smacked it and then Goku hit it back. I thought that was amazing. That was dope. Right. And then like when it went to like first person perspective, like how they did in the Broly movie for a brief part of time, that was dope. Yeah.
And Do is gonna be a fun video game character. His moveset is very unique.
I love it. I love Kuendu. I like Kuendu. They're amazing.
There was a lot of callbacks too in that fight of just from the early Buu fights in the Z in Dragon Ball Z. And so their fight gets interrupted when we see the circus version of Jiren.
Got the Pride Trooper gear and everything. Bro.
Listen, Goma, he was able to shove the third eye into his forehead and became giant and husky, and has literally looks like a Pride Trooper. He looks like a discarded Pride Trooper. But let me tell you though, the animation in 17, like I know we were talking about, when he created that ring, he said with his telekinesis power, he said, let's create a ring where to fight here.
That shit was hard.
That shit was tough. Like that's gonna be a good location level in video.
Oh yeah, and you know they're doing the Kakarot Daima DLC. Yeah, that's gonna be and that
was
was another
beautiful, man.
That was another scenario where I feel like in past incarnations of this show, motherfuckers would have just sat around and let him build that stage. But Vegeta said, fuck that.
Vegeta's like, yo, we gotta go. I need this Dragon Ball. I'm sick of being this kid. Like,
he said, I'm not here. Yeah, he's like, I'm not about to let you literally make home field advantage for yourself. I'm
not gonna let you build the home court advantage.
He said, I'm rushing him, bro. And I loved it. Even fucking Goku saying like, yo, let's go as a team. And I love that Bulma like pointed that out. She said, oh shit, Goku said let's fight as a squad?
Yeah, like, that Bulma realized like, oh, we in some trouble. Goku.
Yo, Bulma observing this shit. She was catching everything. She said, wait a minute, ain't that shit belt buckle? And her beast was like, what belt buckle?
Yeah, and I also love too when Neva was like to Tamagami 1. Hey man. Yo.
Oh yeah, when he was with no words. He said,
Tamagami's like, I'm always supposed to fight when someone wants a Dragon Ball. And then that was, yo, you're not getting it. All right, man.
That show, that was a great scene. That was a great scene too. Cause it's like, it's so funny that like Neva's like effectively, figuratively and literally the father of the Tamagotchi. So it's like, it's just so funny like when he has interactions with them. Cause it's like you know, like a robot and creator like relationship, but he's just like, hey, go ahead, big dog.
and I loved the setup of this fight, and I Dragon Ball needs more of these fights. Like we saw it in Superhero with Cell Max, a little bit with Ani Raza in the Tournament of Power, and then we see it with King Goma. But I do enjoy the team up fights sometimes because I feel like we just get some of the most beautiful animation within it because everybody's different key techniques is shown off, and you just don't get it often because it's so mano a mano all the time. But so they all are trying to team up against King Goma. Nothing seems to be working. They all seem to be getting worked, and then finally Goku's like, all right, I gotta do it, and finally transforms into Super Saiyan 3, which hopefully in the next episode we see Vegeta go into Super Saiyan 3 so we can get a double Super Saiyan 3 fight against Goma. But I think what's probably going to happen is it's going to look like they're having some success early initially, but then Goma, because like look, Goma right now is kind of chilling, where like he really
he's not too stressed like right now.
And so I think he's going to like get pushed back a little bit, and he's like, all right, I'm loosened up in this body now, and then defeats Goku and Vegeta. Everyone's going to be like, oh, if they got defeated, what are we going to do? And I think then we'll see the introduction of the fusion bug.
You know what I think?
But wait, where is it going to be though? Because remember Goku's bag dropped when Vegeta needed a mini bug?
I was going to say, I wonder if comedically, because Vegeta asked for a recovery bug, I wonder if Goku forgets that there's a fusion bug in there and like gives it to Vegeta as like a recovery bug, and like that's how the fusion happens. It's like a way to not, because Vegeta's been so obviously
he's so anti-fusion.
Obviously Super hasn't happened yet where the Pataras got canned to only an hour. But he just got done being Vegeta, which he thought was going to be permanent. He's probably like, I'm not fucking doing that ever again, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like they could be defeated and like Goku like falls. Like where Goku falls, that's where his bag is.
That's where the bag is. Yeah.
He's like, oh, Vegeta, and then as he gives it to Vegeta, like Gloria's like, no, that's not. And then
When he asked for the bug and Goku was like, "Oh shit, I can't find it," I was just like, "Damn, he's gonna give him the fusion bug by accident." At least that's what I'm hoping happens. I feel like that would be a real funny way.
And I think that'll probably defeat Goma, and then we'll get whatever
that Veku.
Yeah, right. That Veku.
Even though I really to show 3 people on the illustration for the fusion bug and not take advantage of a 3-person fusion, I feel like is a big letdown. But like now that we know it exists, maybe that's why it'll be like a later thing. But I still think that there could be a realm in which, Never already sent Tamagotchi 1 to go fight. I could see like him summoning 2 and 3, and then them 3 fusing to
maybe
some fire shit.
Yeah, maybe even with the potential Veku fusion, it's still not enough, and then that's when Neva's like, "Oh, all right," and then we see like a Mega Tamagami like form, or some shit. That would be cool.
A fucking Digimon.
And that one's like giant, so that one's like matching Goma size. So, pause. But
Eagles won the Super Bowl, brother. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I think that's gonna happen. But ultimately, man, like, I'm excited to see how they're going to close this out, but I'm telling you right now, I need what we discussed to happen.
At this point, 1,000% of what you just said. Yeah, something along those lines. At this point, we had touched on this, and this will be one of the last things I'll ask you. We had touched on this a bit with Bex. At this point, with 3 episodes left, for your sanity, do you just need Gohan's absence to be a comedic explanation at this point? like I kind of would feel disrespected if it's like supposed to be like a serious reason why he wasn't there. Like, motherfucker, yo. Like, I want that
shit. At this point, it's give me just a comedic reason or just nothing at all.
Yeah. I loved our idea where we said that he's just studying so hard and you just see like a time lapse of him just turning into a kid and then back into an adult and him not even like noticing.
I would actually love that if like he is so like entrenched in his like study, so then he gets turned into a kid. But that'd be hilarious if the way
gotta burst the energy.
Well, that, or what if it was like hilarious the way he notices was that when he gets turned back into an adult, like he like rips out of his clothes and then he like notices like he's like starts getting cold and he's like, wait, and looks like he just has his drawers, he's like butt naked in his clothes, and he's like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, I think
they're just gonna come in, he's gonna be slumped over doing the work, and they're like, yo, you've been in here the whole time? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I just had this crazy burst of energy earlier.
Yeah, right.
He's just like you don't even see him as the kid. He's just, but like you just said, like he's just over the desk with his clothes all ripped up and shit, and they're just like, yo, you've been in here working the whole time? He's like, yeah, I had this major burst of energy about a couple hours ago, and I just got so tired.
And what if there was like a running joke then that everyone just never told Gohan about?
Just left it. Yeah, like oh, hardworking man. Or like,
and so when Naruto returns, that could be a comedic plot point where they're like, oh, we never told you.
Yeah. He's like, oh, when did all this happen?
That would be really funny. Once again, hope that happens too.
Like if he wakes up like a bunch of just shredded clothes, he's like, oh shit, did I turn into Ozaru? Like what? Like what happened? Like where are my clothes?
I need all that to happen. I need all that to happen.
Big facts. Big facts. But Brother Chad, we got 3 episodes left. I feel like we didn't submitted our predictions.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was gonna say, I think we discussed future state. But I guess that would just leave us with what we rate episode 17, Goma. So I'll give it a 5. 5.5.
Just 17?
Yeah, let's just do 17.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like all the others, they all blended in.
I would say a 5 is solid. I know we're just doing something, but I really liked 15. Like I liked 15 like a lot. So I would probably, if we were rating all of them, I'd just give that a 6. Right. But I really fucked with 17 as well. Like I said, I would say the only thing that would keep me from rating 17 higher is I'm just super lost on the Glorio Rinsu partnership.
I know that's
and I'm afraid that it's gonna just be just like a dropped plot point.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I really hope they give us something, because right now it's not really. Between that and then just like just how quickly they had Degasu be like, yeah, I want to be king, and then he's just taken down. I'm like,
yeah, like he had that one moment of like doubt in Goma's leadership ability when he told him to turn off the workfish, but then outside of that, it was just like nothing.
and even like, and I know he's kind of like supposed to be like a peel off type like funny character. Even Goma, it's kind of like, we know you want to be king, but like, what do you do? Like what? Like, what is it? You like, what motivates you? Like, you know, he's just kind of
like why did you want to become king? Like, you know,
like, why are you just always bugging out? Like, it's just.
Like, I would also love to like. So Deborah's dad, we know, was a piece of shit. Deborah, it's still up in the air, but it seemed that he was firm. At least, at a minimum, it seemed that he was firm. So it's just like, how did Goma become like his lieutenant? Like, essentially,
how was Goma the next
like
in
the
line?
next one up? Yeah, like how did that partnership like work out? Like,
that's a very good question.
Yeah,
that
just those
probably
things
won't get answered.
Exactly.
Like they jumped right into it. Like, I feel like some of those venture episodes that we talked
traveling about, episodes, we could have skipped out on.
We could have used a little bit more background on Goma outside of like just he's next in line, so bow down. Why though?
Because I never really thought about that. Like, Goma's very shallow motivations for wanting to be king, you just kind of don't really pay attention to it until it's like compared to Degasu's, and then it's just like, why do either one of y'all motherfuckers want to be king?
Right? Like,
other than it's like, you know, the thing to do. Like what do you want to be king for? like. Again, Degasu, and we won't beat the dead horse. I know we got to wrap up soon. Degasu's like, you could salvage his wanting to be king with like resentment for Nahide. Like, you could could put more depth behind it, but it's like, well, why the fuck do Goma want to be king? Like, what did he go through? Like, what?
That's what I'm saying.
What trials? Like, and now, what would be cool, but it's probably too late, if he was like Deborah's bitch boy. Like, you know, like he just like kind of treated him like shit and made him just do like shitty errands and, you know, like yelled at him, always like spit on him and shit. Like, you know, we've seen that story millions of times. Game of Thrones type shit. Like, like they could have easily like shown that. Like that could have been one little brief little flashback scene.
Yeah.
And they haven't even just like backhanding Goma. Just like, shut up, Goma.
They haven't even given like a comedic reason. Like, that'd be like not even I want to be taller. I want to be taller. I want to have unlimited access to all the best foods in the demon realm, and with king I can't, you know, like, we just don't. He's like, I'm the king.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
great.
Cool.
Congrats, my boy. Yeah.
Like, who said that to Vegeta? Was it Frieza or someone was like, yo, you're the Prince Vegeta, Prince of Nothing.
Yeah, I think it was Frieza. It felt like a Frieza bar.
Like, Goma, king of what? King of nothing. Like, what do you do? Like, all right.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
do you even know that your second world is just completely empty? Like that's what I'm saying.
Man. Like, do you even know like no one lives there?
Like, y'all got 3 worlds, and one world has one resident. Like, that's crazy.
One resident and a Kraken.
You know what, man? Like, I'm with Arinsu. Yo, the demon realm needs restructure, man.
Make Demon World great again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Arinsu might be onto something. She might be onto something. She might be the one that can restore the demon realm.
Facts. Bring it back to its original glory. Goma's just there for the ride. He's there for the benefits. Yeah. The healthcare package.
Whatever way you got to do it, if it's good, evil, hopefully it's evil, so we can get this arc that we cooked up, save the demon realm.
And you know a part of it that like makes it more like, I don't want to say this is dumb because I'm enjoying myself thoroughly, but not knowing why Goma wants to be king so bad gets highlighted by the fact that had he just did nothing, the Z Fighters never would have came to the Demon Realm to disturb his kingship in the first place.
Which, like, they never would have even popped in.
Like, never had no inclination for wanting to come to the Demon Realm.
That fear was put into his head through Arinsu, so.
Damn, hold on, because then you lit more fire under the Glorio partnership. Better have an explanation, because like you said, like Arinsu put the bug in his ear to send someone or to go to the outside world, and then like Glorio
wasn't Glorio in the beginning listening in on that conversation, and then went back to Arinsu?
Exactly. So I'm like, wait, I need that better be better be a payoff.
We gotta figure that out.
Because Arinsu put the bug in his hair to go do the thing. Glorio was spying on that conversation, and then after Goma did what Goma had to do, Glorio showed up to pick them up. One would assume that Arinsu had knowledge of the Z Fighters, because she obviously collected like pieces of Boo, so she knew that there were people strong enough to take on Boo. So maybe her goal was to get them to come to the Demon World, because she knew that they would be strong enough to get the Dragon Balls.
Right.
But then I need Glorio to like give her the other two after they beat Goma. Right. Like just like, all right, Habis, thanks for holding these for me, brother. And then she's like, all right, Glorio. And the charade, and he's like, all right, here you go, bitch. I need something, because it's like, like he's literally been a spy since the beginning. So like, why? It's just him being shocked that she got the first one. And it could be as shallow as maybe she tasked him with getting all three. Maybe that's why he was just like, oh, I thought she wanted me to. Maybe you know what? Maybe Glorio doesn't know everything that Arinsu's doing, so maybe he has no idea about Ku and Do. Like maybe she was just like,
maybe he was told
to get all three,
and he was like, why do you have it now?
Maybe he was just like, yo, like your job is to like make sure that they get all three and then bring them back to me. So like maybe if those was his marching orders, he's just like, who are these two motherfuckers? And you got the first one? Like, do I not get my wish anymore? Like what's
right?
Maybe that's why he's confused. Like, oh damn, like she told me to get all three, and then she'll like give me what I want. Nah, I didn't get all three. She got the three. So what's going on? Where that leave me at?
Exactly.
Maybe that's what it is. We'll hope.
That seems logical. That seems logical. I'm rolling with that. We'll hope. That.
You know, we'll put our faiths in our guy Toibo.
Yes.
We'll put our faith in it. But you know, like, do you have any final words of wisdom for the masses before we close out this bad boy?
Man, I don't got nothing but go Birds.
Go
Super Bowl champion.
Bird. Go boys.
And Arinsu saved the Demon Realm.
Facts.
Save the Demon Realm.
# free original Namek.
You're right.
OGN.
Yeah, free OGN.
Free OGN, name of this episode.
Hey.
At the buzzer.
And he puts it in for the win. Bang!
Well, lifers, we call you guys the lifers because you quite literally put the L into DB4L, and we know that we can't grow this spirit bomb without you. So lend us your energy by way of likes, subscribes, follows on social medias, and now YouTube. And the easiest way to do that, and how you can also support our sister Star Wars podcast, Annie, Are You Okay? A Star Wars pod, is by clicking the all-powerful link tree of might in the episode description below. And like we always say here in the Kame House that Toriyama built, whether you watch it or you read it, we all need it. So open up your nerd eye, and we will see you next time on Dragon Ball for Life. Shout out to Super Producer Mikey and Dragon Ball DB.
Love you, man. Shout out to Doc. All caps. And check it out.